Before we present these two books, hopefully you can check out our free giveaways we have down below to promote the channel. Hopefully you can subscribe, help us out, and help us grow to 1,000. That being said, let's get started, and I'll put links down below for these two books, including this one here, which is below MSRP, and it's still a first edition run. Thanks for clicking on the video, and today we are presenting some alternatives to that recently released Dungeons & Dragons hardcover book, The Practically Complete Guide to Dragons. I was sort of disappointed with that book, as it was sort of limiting in scope. It didn't even cover gem dragons, and it was geared for a younger audience. I understand that, but I thought the information was rather lacking. So I have these other alternatives. I just want to show you, let you be aware of it. First of all, you've probably seen this, Fizban's Treasury of Dragons. This came out in 21, and this is the alternate cover. It's very beautiful. I returned that other book and got this one on eBay. I'll leave a link for it down below, and it's brand new. The seller has multiple copies, and he ships in great packing, so it comes here ding-free. It's still the first printing, and it's wonderful. I'm sure you've seen this before, and if you haven't, there are, if you search on Google, PDFs of the pages within. So I'm not going to do a complete flip through, but obviously it's going to talk a little bit more in depth about the dragons, and does cover gem dragons. You saw here with the Emphas dragon. And of course it's going to have stat blocks, and this is a proper rule book for 5th edition games. However, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but there is something called the Young Adventurers Guide series. I've been picking up these books as they come out, and there are 3 more coming out later this year. So once I get those 3, I'll do a little overview of all of them. But I just want to show you this one called Dragons and Treasures, and this actually has more in-depth detail, but still geared towards young players. It has more information than that Practically Complete Guide to Dragons. So I'm going to do a complete flip through here, and you can see in the table contents here, it does cover true dragons, chromatic dragons, metallic dragons, and dragonborn, and you got the gem dragons here. So that's information, once again, I was looking for, because I'm not too familiar with that. That didn't exist when I was doing 1st edition. So it has a little quick intro here. Dragons, friend or foe. True dragons versus lesser dragons. And you got the information about dragon turtles here, drakes, pseudo-dragons, and vyrons. Chromatic dragons, all the different colors, of course. The metallic dragon summary here. Dragonborn. Gem dragons. The Emphas dragon. Crystal dragons. Emerald dragons, sapphire dragons. And they do, list their special abilities here. Do this to, have them be attracted or avoid danger for them. So it's sort of like the other Practically Complete Guide, but having, once again, covering multiple other dragons: topaz dragons, emerald dragon. So once again, I think this volume, which actually came out last year, has a lot more information. Anatomy of dragon, corpus draconis, the skeleton of the dragon, senses of the dragon, their favorite foods. Green dragons like sentient mammals, deer, and bears. I didn't know that, but now I do. Dragon life cycle. So this book and the others in the series are readily available. You could get it on Amazon. You could find it in Target. I've even gone to a couple of kids' bookstores that they've carried it as well. Pretty inexpensive. I believe it's just like $15. So once again, this book, full of great artwork, a lot more information, and once again geared towards the younger players as well, and a third of the cost of the recent hardcover book. Look, it even has their dragon language, which I thought was unique with the other book, but it's actually in this one too, so that's cool to see. Cool painting there. I'm sure a lot of this artwork is recycled, but for someone that's never seen them before, of course, it's pretty exciting. Mounts. Recruiting a dragon mount. So the other book talked about riding dragons, but here, you know, they go over it a little bit as mounts. Dragons of note. So talking about some more specialized dragons, unique dragons. The Old Man, which is a very expensive Magic Gathering card. That's cool. The Draco Witch. Tiamat's here, but I'm sure maybe there's a separate page for Tiamat. Legendary Gem Dragon. Wasn't aware of this one, so I'll have to read this book in depth later. Dragon Hordes. So once again, Tiamat, I guess it's not featured prominently here. It's sort of like a little footnote there. I'm sure she's listed in one of the other resource books for the Young Adventurers Guide. Horde Magic. Okay, so the favorite treasures of all the different dragons here. So this is cool to see, and I'm sure you could use this as a resource for your adult campaigns as well. Nice summary there. Special dragon items. Dragon hide belt, dragon scale mail, dragon wing bow, dragon tooth dagger, sapphire buckler. Weapons to slay dragons, the arrows. Dragon slayer sword, dragon staff. Wondrous items. Mask of the Dragon Queen. Wormskull Throne. All right, using dragons to tell your own stories. All right, so that was pretty good. I haven't actually gone through this whole book yet. That was my first flip through, and I'm glad to share that with you. This is called Dragons and Treasures. It is a hardcover. Once again, a lot cheaper than that recent hardcover, and I think, as you just saw, it has a lot more information and still put it in a nice, concise format and easy to read. And so the other one was more of a journal, and this, of course, is more of a straight up resource book. But once again, I found this to be a lot more helpful, so I'm definitely going to keep this one. I already returned the other one, and once again, for more in-depth information, of course, you can use this Fizban's Treasury Dragons. And once again, I'll put a link down below where I got this from, and I'm sure you're gonna find it very easily. And it's below MSRP too. So I think it was almost half off MSRP, and it is first edition still, brand new copy. So thank you for watching that. Hopefully you have fun with adding dragons to your own campaign. Have a great day.